Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make two kinds of sushi. The first one is what is called cone sushi. Comes in a package like this. They have smaller bags too. And there are 3 packets of these cones. And they're actually fried tofu. And they're hollow. So this is how it looks. There's 16 pieces in here, so it makes quite a bit. So I've taken the cones out and then I prepared rice. And for sushi, you have to use Calrose rice, not jasmine rice or basmati or even mochi because it's too sticky. But the other rice, too dry. So I've cooked the rice first and then I've seasoned it with my sushi vinegar, which we'll put down in the link. And then I've cooked some carrots and mushrooms, dried mushrooms, chopped it all up and mixed it. So now all you have to do is take these cones and open it up like this. And it makes quite a bit. So just kind of lightly stuff it in. And then if you want, you can dip it in the sesame. So I just do this. You don't have to do that, but it makes it nice. So we take another one. I'm making Korean sushi now. It's a little different because it has meat, spinach, gobo, takuan, carrots, and eggs. As you can see, I've lined the counter with plastic wrap because it really makes it easy when you clean up. And I have this Sushi Mat, which is essential to making rolled sushis. So the first thing is I have a sheet of nori, which is the crispy seaweed. It looks like this. And one side is shorter and one side is wider. So there's a rough side and a smooth side. So smooth side down, rough side up. So first thing is I wet my hand, and this rice has been seasoned with the sushi vinegar. And you fill the nori sheet with about 3/4 of the way, not all the way, with the rice. If you're making a lot of sushi, you can make this rice at night and let it sit on the counter till the next morning when it's cooled, and then you can season it with your sushi vinegar. Sushi vinegar is very easy to make. If you were to buy it, it's quite expensive. My method, you don't have to refrigerate it. You just keep it on the counter, and I use it for other pickles too. Okay, so this is about the amount of rice that you want. You don't want it too full because it'll be hard to roll. So now I take some of the hamburger meat, which has been seasoned with soy sauce, sugar, some sesame oil, and some garlic. Sometimes they use barbecue meat, like leftover from the bulgogi, and they cut it up. But in this case, hamburger works fine. So now you just put, just like your regular sushis, some gobo, which has been boiled and seasoned again with some soy sauce and sugar. And then some eggs, which you make into an omelet, and then you cut it into thin julienne strips. You can put as much as you like. I have quite a bit here. Now some carrots, which I've boiled a little bit, again seasoned with some sugar and soy sauce. And some takuan, which is that yellow radish, which has been colored and seasoned with vinegar and sugar and water and salt. And then some spinach. I took some fresh spinach, blanched it, squeezed out the liquid and put some sesame oil, some salt, and some sesame seeds on it. So this gives it really nice color when you cut into the sushi. Okay, that's enough. So what I do is I lift this up and have my fingers here so that the contents won't roll forward. Just roll it like this, press it down, lift up the mat, and you don't have to use any water because it'll stick naturally from the moisture. So this is how the roll looks, and you see it doesn't seal right now, but when you put it down, it'll seal. And I'll make one more and then we'll cut it up. So take another piece of nori or seaweed. Now we're making another sushi. It's good to wet your hands, a bowl of water on the side. So probably about a little over a cup of rice per roll. And this sushi keeps in the refrigerator for 1 or 2 days because the rice has vinegar and sugar, and it'll help to keep it moist. If it's just plain rice and you put it in, the rice will get hard. So just kind of smooth this out and leave quarter of the space open so it can seal. Now add some hamburger. And this is different from the Japanese type of rolled sushi, which they call maki sushi, because maki sushi has, usually I use canned tuna that I flavor, and they don't usually put spinach or gobo, but they put something called campio, which is dried gourd strips. And so this is the difference. And in the Korean store I went to yesterday, they are selling a roll like this, and it doesn't look very neat, and it costs $7. So you can make this at home, easy to do. Everything is just getting the right ingredients and the proper proportions when you make it. And you can put as much or as little as you like, but not too much, because then you're going to have trouble rolling it and sealing it. So daikon here, or the takuan, some carrots for color, and some bits of spinach, cooked spinach. Some people put cucumbers in it, so you can adjust this to your liking. Okay, now it's ready to roll, so you lift this mat up and hold this so that it won't roll forward. And you have a nice roll now. Just press it down tightly. Without the mat, it'll be difficult to roll. We're ready to cut the sushi. Now you can see, you can't tell where the ending was because it self-sealed itself. So sushi is always cut into 8 pieces. So you cut it in half, and then in half, and then in half again. This is great for parties. And as long as you have everything assembled, it only takes a few minutes to roll. I'm making a mini sushi using these little seasoned nori sheets. It comes in packages like this. You can get them almost in any grocery store. So I'm just gonna put, and there's no right or wrong side, they both look the same. So I'm just gonna put one down on here, and just a little bit of plain rice. You can't put too much because you have to stuff it in your mouth in one bite. So just a little bit. And then your choice of fillings. This I have here, I cut up some canned seasoned oysters, but they were kind of big, so I cut them in half or thirds. You can put it on here, and you can put some, this is some ahi, some good grade ahi that was seasoned with mayonnaise and some sriracha. And some of the fish eggs. There's different kinds of fish eggs. This is probably the better quality, the dark red and very small. And that's it. When you eat it, you just kind of like a taco. You just put the whole thing in your mouth one time. So we'll just set this here and we'll do another one. Making another sushi with just plain rice. And you can season the rice if you want with the sushi vinegar. Using leftover rice, this is perfect. So I have here a piece of, let me see, seasoned oyster. And you can use anything. You can use shrimp, clams, any kind of a canned type of seafood, like, let's see, canned salmon if you want, or just be creative, anything else. And it's great for parties. I've made it as a salad bar for a party, and everybody went wild on it. So you can have like 5, 6 different combinations, and everybody makes their own and eats it right there. It's a big talk of the town. There you have it.